Hello, welcome to In the Red Corner. We'll just, as usual, just get a couple of minutes, see if anybody jumps in on stream. Hey up, looks like somebody's joined. Thank you for joining, whoever you are. Usually a big shout out to me sponsors Barnsley Sport and Oatwell Sandwich. Well, I'll get straight into it. I don't think I'm going to be too long on live. Just that I'd do a live now. Looking back on Saturday and looking forward to game tomorrow. Then I can do another live next Thursday, just about game on Saturday. So yeah, we'll start with 2-2 draw against Reading. Thought performance were better, if I'm honest. I thought team looked a bit better. I mean, it wasn't perfect by anybody's standards, I don't think. But there were certainly improvements, I thought we played better with Williams being pushed at back. I said just before on Tanks TV, I think I would have liked to have seen Williams start at back and place McCart because I'll be honest, I don't really rate McCart. I think he's too slow. I've said before, I think you could do a 3-point turn in a Ford Cortina quicker than what McCart can turn round. Just too slow for me. Like I said, it's not against lads, but I don't think for League One. I hope Chalky agree. Yeah, cheers. I hope Balak. Thanks for joining, pal. I was glad that he did switch it up a little bit there. I do think that changed us as well. We can't play too cautious. Yeah, I mean, you could say that he plays to his strengths, but I mean, whatever that is, I just don't rate him. I'm sorry, but I just don't. I just don't think he's good enough. Especially if we go up, which I think is a big if I'm honest. He's not championship quality. Call me Mr. Negative, but I think we're gassed now. I agree, if I'm totally honest, pal. Obviously, I hope you and myself are wrong. But I just don't think we're strong enough as a team and as a squad, if I'm honest with you. I don't think. I mean, it's typical Barnsley, though, to go down to Portsmouth and get something totally out at blue. I personally can't see it, if I'm honest. Obviously, they just need at least a point to go up with Championship. But yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Where next win's going to come from. In fact, next win. With games what's left, I think they're very, very tricky. I do think it may go down to last game against Northampton, and I think nerves will just catch up with everybody. I really do. I cannot see us winning any more games now. No. Again, like I said, let's hope, we're both wrong, but I do tend to agree with you. We're just not playing like a team that's in playoffs and who are so close to challenging for second spot. Only if Coleman Kane turn up, being idle since Bolton. Yeah, I think after that, I've said before, after that Bolton game, we've just not looked the same. I don't think they'll go, regardless what Colin says in press. I do think it is a factor that it is playing on the mind that they're not going to be there regardless what we do. I just think literally they're just going through motions. It's not just them two, I think there's others as well. But yeah, I think it's going to be another absolute total rebuild at squad in summer. And if we do stay down in League One, I'm expecting quite a few of them being free agents, if I'm honest. Wrexham for Cole. I think if Cole goes, I'd be surprised if he doesn't go into Championship, if I'm honest. But then again, it's all about money nowadays, isn't it? And, you know, if Deadpool's going to put money up front, he'll go. Just not beat the same player as he, Cole. I know you've got Trev Service, but it's just not looked like the player that started season for us. And like I say, I think that's a lot to do with, you know, he's probably got a club already lined up, if I'm honest. But, you know, seasons whatever, you know, Barnsley and you know, we always do it hardest way. Weird atmosphere at the club at the moment. I haven't been to many games this season, but club feels off even given where we are in the league table. Quite a few people I've spoken to not happy. Yeah, I thought it was a weird atmosphere, me, to be honest, against Reading on Saturday. I do think it was a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued, I think. Yeah, I thought it was a strange atmosphere, me, on Saturday, as though like we're waiting just for us to absolutely blow it completely. And when their first goal in, I thought, yeah, here we go. But yeah, it was a weird atmosphere on Saturday. Cole will go to Championship. Yeah, I think he will, if I'm honest. Cole's head's been turned, sure, no doubt. Yeah, it has. Like I say, Kane has as well. I do think Williams will go. 50-50 on Cadden, whether he'll go or not. But again, it all depends what offers he gets in, because he will get offers. I think most players will. Will Connell go? Is he going to be one that's going to be tried to be shipped out and sold? Because I don't think Connell's been playing that great, if I'm honest. Yeah, I mean, I did thought Jallo did well when Russell had to go off with injury. Don't like to see any player go off like that. Looks like that's his season over Russell. But yeah, quite pleased for Jallo. Like I said before, I'm not a fan of just throwing all young'uns in and expecting them to be answer, because it's a lot to ask, but he deserved his goal. I mean, I don't think, again, I don't think Russell is answer for next season. Again, I've said before, I've said ages ago, I've always thought there was something missing in midfield. Just can't quite put my finger on it. And yeah, I think that's showing now. I don't know what it is. Probably like, I don't know, just like an old-fashioned defender type of, you know, who does all nasty work, you know, knows how to manage game out. A complete rebuild will be needed for Neil Collins, and that could be his make or break season. I cannot see him going this season. If we don't even getting playoffs, I think that's going to be an absolute failure. I can't see how anybody can defend it. Surely, goal this season was to try and get in playoffs, and if we do completely miss out, which is a possibility, then I think they've seriously got to think about, who's going to be coach next season. If we get in playoffs, that might buy him a bit of time, I think. But I've said before, again, like I said before, I personally don't think it just stops at Collins. I think it's a bit deeper than that. Club needs to back him properly. We should have had a few more strikers in at last transfer window, which would it get? And again, I thought we should have had another midfielder in. I know we got that lad from MK Dons, but it is just there just to sit up bench, it looks on it. Somebody I know that goes every home game said atmosphere feels on a knife edge. Yeah, it was on Saturday, it was weird. Feels more negative than you'd expect at this stage of season. Yeah, given our league position, totally agree. It was, like I say, it was just like people were just waiting for mistakes to happen and for us to absolutely self-destruct even more on Saturday. It was weird atmosphere. And at this stage of season, whether it's in third tier or what, I'll be honest, I expected more people being there, a bigger crowd. But, league position or not, some of the football that we've been playing it's been crap. If we're totally honest about it, it's been poor. Connell is championship quality on his day, to be fair. Yeah, he is. I would tend to agree with that. I think there's rumours that Bolton is looking at him. Whether that depends on if they go up or not. But I think if we stay down, I don't think he'll be on his way. I don't think they'll try to sell him, if I'm honest. Cole, Cadden and Connell to go in summer unless we get up via playoffs. I doubt that will happen. Yeah, I mean, they always said, don't they, playoffs, form goes out at window. It's like a little mini, little cup, really, innit? A little knockout cup. So form all go out at window. Let's try and cling on to that hope. I mean, I don't think Chef Wednesday were too confident, mother, especially when they were 4-0 down or whatever it was against Peterborough last season. So, I mean, you never know, do you? You never know. But where we're playing, I don't think we're not going to double chip playoffs at all. Like I said, I personally don't think squad is strong in depth for it as well. I've said before quite a few times this season, I don't think there's anybody off at bench who can come on and change the game. If you put somebody on it, hand on heart, you can't really say, yeah, this lad's going to change it type of thing. The club needs to win the bidding wars when trying to get players in rather than pulling out at the earliest opportunity. Yeah. Whether that what happened with May, we went to Charlton, when Duff Warrior, again, I touched on that last week. Those are the type of strikers that you need to get out of this division. Well, not just strikers, but really all of it. And, they're going to help young'uns come on leaps and bounds, surely to God. Lumbered with Styles, although Struber and Ishmael got best out of him, so another coach could get him going. I don't think he would, if I'm honest, Jed. I think trouble is with Styles. I think what went to his head was his international call-up, especially when he played against England. And I just think it's an ego trip with him, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I don't think he thinks he's better than this standard. But although we're playing crap at minute, I personally don't think we've missed him. I forgot all about him when teams been announced as well. So I personally hope he don't come back in summer because he obviously wants to go. I think Ishmael and Struber got best starting him because I think his feet were still on ground then. I agree with form going out of the window, but even so, Andy, I just honestly don't think I can see it. Maybe I'm just being a negative bastard, though. Like I said before, mate, I'm not confident in playoffs this season. You should be. You should be excited for them as well. But I'm just not feeling that this time. I think, and on art, and if I'm totally honest, I just ain't got confidence in players at minute, which is a weird one because, like I said, a few months ago, I would have been, but there's obviously something going off with certain players, and I think that's showing. So at minute, I've just got no confidence in us, mate, if we don't get in playoffs. But like I say, you never know. You honestly never know. We've got a game chance if and when we get there, because like I say, if we continue just to be sloppy at back, because we've always got a goal that we're going to get away, at least a goal. We could drop out at playoffs altogether. And Portsmouth tomorrow. They'll be at us from minute one. Portsmouth. We just need to try and cope with that type of atmosphere, pressure, and a better team, really. Because I don't think Portsmouth is, rightly so, top of the league. If we get into the playoffs, maybe this could turn the crowd and lift the atmosphere. Well, you would hope so. You would hope so. Like I said, with early bird season tickets, style of football, and format team, which, whether it's coincidence or not, it's not help matters, as it, trying to get people to renew. I think at the end of the day, I still think it goes down to recruitment and how we've gone about as business. I do stand with me point of view that I think it's been overall quite a poor League One, barring teams that's probably top 5 or 6 now, really. Apart from that, I mean, even then, when we played Bolton away, I thought we were a better side. And I think that's what's frustrating me more. All daft points that we've let go, especially at home. It's come back to haunt us. But again, I think, if you go back further enough, I think that just goes down to recruitment at players. And this is why I do think it's a little bit harsh on Collins. It's not all his fault. I don't care what anybody's. Again, you might disagree, might think it is, but I personally think it goes deeper than that. I mean, we've got into playoffs where, not a complete squad that Collins wanted, because Collins wanted, I think, another 1 or 2 strikers in anyway, and he didn't get it. So I don't know. He has got to share some of blame, without a doubt, because I do think his tactics has been off, and especially his substitutions in some games has just been baffling. But it's not just his fault. It's him, obviously players, and like I say, I think it goes a little bit further back than that as well. I personally think Styles is easily championship quality when his mind is in the right place. Just a shame that he hasn't been the case when he's been playing for us for a while now. I said when he was it before I went to Sunderland, pal, I thought he was pulling out of tackles, me. I've said it again before. It's sometimes it's just like repeating this, isn't it, with Barnsley? But I just thought he was just using us just to keep fit, to get his move. But I've not missed him, and I don't think team has, if I'm honest. Shocking recruitment. Let's hope this new bloke can see what the manager needs. But yeah, well, we need strikers. Two that we've already sent out. I don't know what's gone off there. Whether the Collins just knows that they're just not good enough, or something's gone off behind the scenes with Dallas and Shaw. We just need to get it right this summer and not leave it till last minute. That's another thing as well. Are we going to do that this summer? Whether we do win playoffs, or we are still in League One, don't leave it till last minute to get players in. But I do think we'll see quite a few free agents in this season. I honestly do. Agree, we are undoubtedly a better side at Bolton away. Yeah, I mean, me and Maddie went, and I thought we played really well there. So it should be there. And at minute, I don't think they are. I don't think they're mentally. I don't think they're wearing a Barnsley shirt and weirds at minute. I just think they're, first of all, they're thinking about the holidays, and they're thinking about the new club when they get back. That's what I think. Just my opinion. That's what makes it the more annoying, though, Andy. I'm sure you agree. The fact that League One this season has been so poor makes it all more daft. Investing. Yeah, that's what I've just said. Some people might disagree, but like I said earlier, I do think this season's been pretty poor. Like I said, barring probably top 5 teams in it, us in positions 1 to 5 now in league. But apart from that, it's been poor. And like I say, when we played Bolton away, obviously I think they're third. We've got a better side. So yeah, it is frustrating. I did think it showed our club were approaching this season at last transfer window, I must admit. Again, trying to not so much do it on cheap. Well, you could say that. But just not going down right avenues like other clubs have. Other clubs, I think, has got different ambitions to us. Like your Boltons, your Derbys, they're wanting to play at a higher level. I think our club, our ambition is just to make sure that we at least breaking even without losing money. I think that's different. Other clubs, prepared to, go for it a little bit where we're not. I'm not saying spend millions and millions on a fullback or something, but come on, do it right. I always say buy cheap, buy twice. Yeah, it's like false economy, isn't it? It's just false economy. The level of League One overall this season has been particularly strong. Hasn't been particularly strong, but yet we haven't gone for it. So annoying, a missed opportunity this season. Yeah, I think that's probably what's frustrated all fans. I mean, with all due respect, with teams that we've seen at Barnsley, there's been some poor teams, teams that's down at bottom and even in mid-table. There's been some poor teams, and we made hard work in it. And like I say, if you're serious about going up, I know you ain't got a given rate to win, but in some cases we've not even looked like doing no. And I think that's what's, like I said, is going to come to bite us in backside in this little running. Score prediction for tomorrow, then let's move on to that. I don't like predicting that we're going to lose. don't know. I'd take a 1-1 now, if I'm honest. And I think that'd do Portsmouth good. I think that'd be enough for him to win the title. Yeah, I'd take a 1-1 now. If somebody offered me 1-1 draw, I'd take it now. The club is kicking fans out left, right, and centre, apparently, and cancelling their season tickets these days for minor stuff. Yeah, I've heard that earlier. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure why, but I have heard something on them lines. And they say at the same time they want to have a better atmosphere. Joke. Yeah, I've heard something about that earlier, about another person's being what's the word I'm looking for? Bad from Ortwell. I don't know what's gone off, but yeah, it must be. I don't know. It must be serious, but it's certainly not helping relationships between fans at club. Chalk has gone for 1-1. Yeah, same here, mate. I'll take that anytime, any day of week for tomorrow. But like I say, it's typical Barnsley. We'll probably go down there and absolutely play them off at Park. Can't see it, if I'm honest. But on the other hand, it would surprise me because, like I said, I've seen them do it through years. And let's hope tomorrow is one of them days. But it's going to be tough down there, especially when they need to get at least a point to win the title. It's going to be a tough one. Yeah, before I go as well, whoever's not as well, if you can consider subscribing. I can't England today, and support channel would be much appreciated. What mad 2-1 to us, shop window match. Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, they might. Hopefully, players that we mentioned might think about putting on a bit of a display tomorrow. That'd help us. But even so, I think it's going to be tough down there. It always, isn't it? Is it still called Fratton Park? I don't know. But it's going to be a difficult one. So yeah, like I say, if you've not already done so, please like, subscribe, and help build channel up. Would be much appreciated. Try my best to build it up. Difficult at minute to get it built up. Obviously, you've got bigger channels out there. Fort Reds, I've said before, I'm not the best. I'm not the biggest. Don't claim to be. Marcus Hawksworth, evening, sir. Evening, Marcus. How are you, matey? Are you all right? So I saw something. I'm sure I felt a bit kicking my foot then. Thanks for joining, Marcus. Hope you're well. If you, like I say, if you've not done so, pal, subscribe to the channel, please. 3-0 defeat tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, mate. I think Blackpool is away. That's going to be a very, very nervy game. Well, they all are now. Like I said, I think Northampton game is going to be really important, and I think we are going to put ourselves under pressure. I honestly do. Oh yeah, Barnsley FC, Paul. Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm crap with different names, but faces, I'm all right with. My memory. Too many wrestling matches back in past, mate. My memory is not brilliant. Too many suplexes on my head and stuff. Difficult to be optimistic at the moment. Same old Barnsley. Yeah, things all go down to last game. season. Not just a very, very nervy game against Northampton. That's what I feel anyway. And I do think we'll be listening to results elsewhere because it's looking that way. I think Portsmouth tomorrow and Blackpool away. I can't see us getting no. If I'm totally honest, I honestly can't. And I think I think it's Saturday when Lincoln and Oxford play each other. So something's going to give there. So yeah, last game at season at home. I think it's going to be absolutely vital that we do win against Northampton, but it's going to be a nervous end to season. Jallo to start tomorrow. What we think, guys? I think after when he came on against Reading, I won't have a problem with that, if I'm honest. I don't think he played well, put his centre back. I was pleased that he scored. Again, I always think with young'uns, it's a balancing act. You don't want him to get too confident. Then, I mean, he's playing different calibre of players, isn't he, tomorrow? So if he doesn't have a good game, that could absolutely break him again. But yeah, I think overall, I do think he deserves a start, if I'm honest. When we've sold out at Blackpool away, saw several of us, so I'll keep the faith. When should we play him? I think I've said before with Jallo, I don't like putting pressure on young lads. Whether I do get when people say if you're good enough, you're old enough, but end of the day, still a young lad. You can't. I personally don't think you can keep playing him, starting him all the way through the season. I'd like him just to be fetched on off the bench. But if he starts tomorrow, I won't have a problem with that because, like I said, I thought he played really well against Reading and he deserves it. He is good enough. He is good enough. But I think with young'uns, you can absolutely destroy him, and it's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask. That are we going to just start him? And is that like putting pressure on his shoulders, thinking they expect me to keep us into playoffs and win playoffs? 2 or 3 Prem teams after him. Yeah, I know, but again, I mean, how many young players does Chelsea buy for daft amounts of money, and sometimes they don't even get near squad. They'll just send them back out. I think they buy him just so other clubs can't get him. But if he goes, he goes. It's one of them things, isn't it? And a few others from overseas. Yeah, I've heard that. It's definitely one for future, but personally, next season, I do think we need a little bit more experience up front. 10 watching now, and yeah, I'm going to say I want to go. It keeps like raising up number, doesn't it, and drops down. I just don't like to keep on just for the sake of it, though, and just absolutely talk absolute nonsense, which I do anyway. If I'm honest, I do talk absolute nonsense. You've got 20 work in a call centre, I think. Which teams are after him, Marcus? Give us more details. Yeah, you'll have to remind me as well, Marcus, because I forgot. But Tottenham won. I'm sure Tottenham were after, or looking after Jallow anyway, or scouting and whatever you want to call it. I'm sure Tottenham were one. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. You'll probably just send him back out on loan to a Championship club, I would think. I might be old school, me, but like I say, I think at his age, I think he just needs another season or two on loan somewhere to get first team regular football, build him up. Everton as well, 2 million was offered. It depends if we put add-ons on, doesn't it? I mean, we more or less gave John Stones away to Everton, didn't we? How do you know I am on the inside of the club? Marcus is Neil Collins in disguise. That's what it is, Jimbo. It's Neil Collins, really. He's just got a different alias. Yeah, we're good to see him back. What's I used to like Wilkinson as a striker. He used to cause problems for teams out ball up and for injury and whatnot. No, I'm not. Right then, people, I think I'll get off. Thank you for joining. Like I say, thanks to Barnsley Sport, my main sponsor, and also Oatwell Sandwich. If you can share channel on your social medias or whatever, very much appreciated. Like I say, it's hard work trying to compete against other and better YouTube channels about rents, but well, I'm not competing. No, that's wrong term. I'm never being out to compete. It's I don't know. I'm just trying to get better and build channel up more. But enjoy doing videos about what I talk about. Enjoy talking about obviously Barnsley Football Club. So there we go. Take care, fella. We'll do Marcus, you too. Until next time, everybody, take care. Bye bye. Want to find me end stream button?